Ready for a year full of celestial wonders.
Oh, yeah.
We're going deep diving into 2025's most amazing sky events using the CNN article. And
Cool.
yeah, and trust me, you'll want to grab your calendar for these. We're talking full moons, eclipses, meteor showers.
Wow, the whole cosmic show.
Yeah.
What's really cool is that 2025 gives us a chance to connect with events that people have been fascinated by for centuries.
Okay, so let's start with those full moons. The article lists every single one with those evocative names, like what is it, the wolf moon
Right.
and the strawberry moon.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, are any of the full moons in 2025 special for more than just their names?
Well, if you like the cultural side of things, the June full moon, the strawberry moon is really important. For a lot of indigenous tribes in North America, it meant it was time to harvest ripe strawberries.
Yeah.
Can you imagine those communities getting together under that bright moon, celebrating the season's bounty?
Right.
It really connects us to history.
That's fascinating. It makes those names much more meaningful than just pretty labels. Now, the article also says that 2025 won't have any supermoons.
Yeah.
Could you remind me what those are?
So a supermoon happens when a full moon is at the closest point to Earth in its orbit.
Okay.
It makes the moon look bigger and brighter.
So a little less super in 2025, but we do have eclipses to look forward to, both solar and lunar.
Yeah, we do.
Right.
We've got 2 partial solar eclipses, one in March and one in September. But honestly, they're not the most amazing events.
Okay.
Partial solar eclipses, you don't get to see much. The moon just takes a bite out of the sun
Gotcha.
from certain places.
So should we skip those and go straight to the lunar eclipses?
Definitely. We have
Okay.
2 total lunar eclipses in 2025, and way more people can see those.
Right.
And they look way more impressive, too.
Right. Those are the blood moon eclipses where the moon turns like a spooky red.
Exactly.
Yeah.
During a total lunar eclipse, the Earth passes directly between the sun and the moon, so it blocks sunlight from hitting the moon's surface. But some of the light still gets through Earth's atmosphere. It bends around the edges of our planet, and because the longer wavelengths of light, like red and orange, don't scatter as much in the atmosphere, they light up the moon during the eclipse,
Okay.
and that's what makes it red.
Okay. I'm in. Give me the dates and tell me where I need to be to see these.
The first one happens overnight, between March 13th and 14th,
Okay.
and it'll be visible across most of the Americas, Europe, and Africa.
Wow. That's a lot of places. What about the second one?
That one's overnight on September 7th and 8th.
Okay.
And you can see it from Europe, Asia, Australia, Africa, and parts of South America.
So pretty much everyone everywhere has a decent chance of seeing at least one total lunar eclipse in 2025.
Yes, and if you've never seen one, I really recommend making the effort.
Yeah.
There's something really awe-inspiring about seeing the moon disappear
Yeah.
and then come back with that strange red light. It connects you to everyone in history who looked up at the sky and wondered about the same thing.
Okay, you've convinced me total lunar eclipses are going on my calendar. Now, the article also says that 2025 is going to be a fantastic year for meteor showers.
It is.
And we have a quote here from Bill Cook, who leads NASA's Meteoroid Environments Office. He says, 2025 will be a better year for meteor observers.
So we're going to get some amazing shows.
Yes, but the article lists so many meteor showers. Are they all super impressive, or are there some that are better?
Well, there are meteor showers pretty much every month, but some are definitely better than others. Take the Perseids in August, for instance.
Yeah.
They're known for having fast and bright meteors that often leave long trails. And then there are the Geminids in December, which usually have tons of meteors,
Okay.
sometimes over 100 per hour in perfect conditions.
Wow. 100 per hour. That's a lot of wishes.
And while most meteor showers are best seen after midnight when you're facing the direction the meteors are coming from, the Geminids are a bit more flexible. You can start seeing them earlier in the evening,
Okay.
which is great for families.
So take note, everyone, if you want to show your kids how magical meteor showers are. December's Geminids might be perfect. Now, I'm curious, what are the ideal conditions for seeing meteor showers? Do those full moons we were talking about affect how well you can see them?
Absolutely. A bright full moon can wash out those fainter meteors
Right.
and make the show less impressive. But even with the full moons, you'll probably still see some of the brighter meteors.
So it's all about timing then?
Yeah,
Picking the right meteor shower and hoping for a moonless night?
exactly. And finding a spot with as little light pollution as possible.
Right.
The darker the sky, the more meteors you'll see.
Makes sense. Now, the article doesn't talk much about auroras, but I gotta ask, any chance we might see those in 2025?
Well, the article mentions that 2025 is during the solar maximum,
Okay.
which is when the sun is most active in its 11-year cycle.
And that means...
More solar activity means more coronal mass ejections,
Okay.
which are bursts of charged particles from the sun. And when those particles hit Earth's magnetic field, we get auroras.
So we're more likely to see the northern lights or even the southern lights during solar maximum.
Exactly. And they might be visible further south than usual,
Wow.
even in some parts of the U.S. and Europe.
That would be incredible. Imagine seeing those crazy lights in the sky from your backyard.
It's really something else.
Yeah.
We can't say exactly when and where auroras will show up,
Okay.
but keeping an eye on space weather forecasts during solar maximum could help you see them.
Okay, so we've got full moons, eclipses, meteor showers, and maybe even auroras. What else does the night sky have for us in 2025?
Well, the article mentions we should watch out for bright planets,
Okay.
like Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn throughout the year.
So we can see those without a telescope.
Yeah, depending on where they are compared to the Earth and the Sun,
Yeah.
you'll be able to see them.
Cool.
They'll look different at different times of the year, so check astronomy websites or apps for the best times to see them.
That's awesome. What about people who want to get a closer look? Any chance of seeing more detail with binoculars or a telescope?
For sure, even a basic telescope can show you some amazing stuff.
Like what?
You might be able to see Saturn's rings of the cloud belts on Jupiter or even the polar ice caps on Mars.
Wow, it's like having a front row seat to a show in space.
Speaking of shows, don't forget about the International Space Station.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it from Earth as it orbits our planet. It looks like a bright moving point of light.
Right.
There are websites and apps that track it so you can plan when to see it.
I remember seeing the ISS a few years ago. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Knowing there are people up there living and working in space, it really makes you think.
It shows how creative humans are and how much we want to explore beyond Earth. And who knows, maybe by 2025 there will be even more spacecraft or space stations for us to see.
That would be awesome. So let's recap. We've got full moons connected to ancient traditions, lunar eclipses that turn the moon red, meteor showers like fireworks in the sky, a chance to see auroras and even planets and the International Space Station.
Sounds like 2025 is going to be an amazing year for anyone who likes looking up at the stars.
It really does, but it's not just about looking at these events, right? There's something deeper we can get out of it.
Totally. It's about experiencing the cosmos personally, making these events part of our lives.
What do you mean? How can we make them more meaningful?
Well, imagine, instead of just writing these dates on a calendar,
Yeah.
we plan our lives around them. We could go camping during a meteor shower or have a romantic getaway during a total lunar eclipse.
Oh, that's such a great idea, turning a sky event into a personal memory.
Exactly. Or even simpler, just make an effort to go outside on a full moon. Look at how beautiful it is and think about how important it's been to people throughout history and different cultures.
It's about getting back that sense of wonder that we lose in our busy lives.
Yeah, and it's about realizing where we fit in this giant universe. We're not just watching, we're part of this cosmic dance.
That's beautiful. So
Yeah.
instead of just checking these events off a list, we can look for them, plan things around them, share them with people we love.
We could even use these events to help ourselves grow and reflect.
Yep.
Imagine writing in a journal under a full moon about your dreams and goals, or using a meteor shower as a time to let go of old things and start new ones.
Okay.
Each shooting star could be a wish for the future.
Wow, you've taken this to another level. It's not just about events in the sky. It's a whole way of living in harmony with the universe.
And that's what's so cool about this deep dive.
Right.
It's about taking information, seeing what it really means, and turning it into something useful.
So we've got our guide to what's happening in the sky in 2025 and a whole new way of seeing it.
We've covered the when, the where, and the why. Now it's up to you to take this and do something amazing with it.
We've only just scratched the surface here. For more info on these events, including where to see them and tips to get the most out of it, check out the full CNN article. We'll link to it in the show notes.
And as you plan your year, we'll leave you with this: what if you let the rhythm of the cosmos guide you?
Imagine matching your life with the dances happening in the sky.
Yeah.
What new things might you see? What adventures might you have?
The universe is waiting to show you its secrets. All you have to do is look up.
I love that letting the rhythm of the cosmos guide us. It's like a whole new way of thinking.
It is, in a way, and
Yeah.
people have always looked to the sky for guidance, for meaning, to feel connected to something bigger. And these celestial events give us a real way to experience that ancient wisdom.
So it's not just about the science.
Right.
It's about what it means to be human, the stories we tell, the way these events shape how we understand ourselves in the universe.
Exactly, like think about all the myths and legends about eclipses and comets,
Right.
the traditions tied to the moon's cycles, the art that comes from looking at the stars.
It's like these celestial events are a language everyone understands, something that connects people across different places and times.
Yeah, they give us a shared starting point, a way to feel connected to everyone who came before us and everyone who will come after us. We can all look up at the same moon, the same stars, and feel like we're part of something bigger.
That's powerful. It makes me think about how we can use these events to bring people together here on Earth.
For sure. Imagine having a stargazing party in your neighborhood to watch a meteor shower, or getting together with your community to see a lunar eclipse.
It's a chance to connect with people, to share that feeling of wonder and start conversations.
And in a world that feels so divided, sometimes these shared experiences can really bring us together. They remind us that we're all human. We're all on this planet together under this amazing sky.
It's like we're all characters in this giant cosmic story that's happening above us.
And by paying attention to these celestial events, by making them part of our lives and communities, we become part of that story. We reconnect with the cosmos and with each other.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm feeling excited and hopeful. We've explored these amazing events coming up in 2025, and we've talked about what they really mean and how much potential they have.
We've gone from just dates on a calendar to a whole new way of experiencing the universe.
To everyone listening, we encourage you to try this new perspective. Mark your calendars for these events, plan things around them, share them with others, and let the rhythm of the cosmos guide you.
Who knows what adventures you'll have?
Remember, the universe is full of wonders waiting for you to discover them. All you have to do is look up.